Hi everyone, welcome back to Earl Grey Books. I'm Ellie and I'm here today to do my July haul revisit. We're feeling cozy today. We're feeling cozy. I feel a little bit like a teddy bear, which is fine. So let's talk about the books. This is kind of the turning point in the year, last year, in which I was like, oh god, shit, I have bought a lot of books so far this year. And then I started to panic and I was like, gotta fix that. So this is really kind of the point where we start getting into the slightly lower numbers than the last couple of months. As well, I have read a few from the end of the year and I don't really know why, but yeah, I guess they're newer. So yeah, the point is from July on we sort of start to get into lower numbers in these haul revisits until December, in which not only did I buy a lot of books, but I also realized that I had a lot of books that I had forgotten to add to my spreadsheet at some point, so they all kind of got tacked on at the end of the year when I was like, oh whoops, that's the thing I bought. So we're going to jump into it. We've got a couple of different sections today. Did I even tell you how many books there are? There are 15, which is still like a decent number, but is better than 26. So I don't really know what my plan is with these ones. Usually I feel like when I do these, I have a stack where I'm like, oh, I'm definitely going to read these ones. And whether I actually do or not is a completely different story. But this month I'm kind of like, I could read many of these for different things, but there are none that I'm like, oh yeah, I have to read that. I'm super excited about it. And with that being said, let's jump in. We're going to start with the I Let My Friends Pick My Book haul series. So in July, I can't remember whose video I actually posted, but I was kind of collecting books for people who, I think it must have been Inga's that I posted in July on the account that it is her birthday. And so I bought those last month and I was collecting for the next 2 months, I believe. So last month I had a bunch of books from Helen, and I also bought Jack and Bet by Sarah Butler. This wasn't released until July, so obviously it arrived in July, though I had ordered it in June. And yes, still haven't read this. This is very out of my comfort zone, and I'm obviously gonna read it, but I'm kind of nervous about it. But also I trust Helen, so yes. So I have that one, and then I was also collecting for Dina's picks. So I got most of her picks as ebooks, but I did buy An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green, which, as you can see, I did start and I did not finish yet. I was actually surprisingly enjoying this. I wasn't sure that I would, but yeah, there we go. And I will finish this off soon, hopefully. And then we go into two that I have left over from Pride Month. So these were ones that I purchased in June of 2021, intending basically to read during Pride Month. One of them, I believe, was a pre-order that came out at the end of June. I don't know, I could be making that up. But either way, they didn't get here until July. The first one being My Year Zero by Rachel Gold. This is, honestly, I have no idea. It might be YA, it might be new adult, it might be adult. It mentions something about school, but I'm like, that could be high school or that could be like college. Yes. So this is sapphic as well. And yes, exciting. Don't really know what it's about anymore. And then I have She Drives Me Crazy by Kelly Quinlan. So I was super excited about this one because this is a enemies to lovers, fake dating, sapphic YA between a basketballer and the cheerleading captain. Already super exciting stuff, right? It's beautiful cover, has a beautiful underneath here, this little baby blue and this like absolutely gorgeous like wine purple sort of on the side. I don't think you can really see how pretty that color is. Little matchy match, and so already excited because gorgeous. And then last month I read Kelly Quinlan's first book. Kelly Quinlan, her first book, Late to the Party, and I absolutely loved that. And that is without fake dating, which is one of my favorite tropes. So I feel like this is going to be incredible. Is this possibly a 5-star prediction? I don't really do those, but maybe. And then we just get into random stuff. So I did buy a few classics. Don't really know what I was going through, but I was going through something and I picked up the wrong one. Okay, well, I did technically buy this. I got a bunch of Shakespeare's. This is Titus Andronicus. And then this one is Hamlet, which I've already read, so it doesn't count. But the one that I did buy in this and meant to mention was Julius Caesar. So I have those two, and I bought a few others that I'd already read but didn't have copies of and wanted to reread, Hamlet being one of them, and I haven't done that yet. But I think I'm going to try and read one more Shakespeare I say one more Shakespeare. I'm going to try and read one Shakespeare in the next month and a half. And yes, exciting. Okay, so I also had The Monk by Matthew Gregory Lewis. I think this is mentioned in Northanger Abbey, which is one of my favorite books. And I think it's mentioned in that, and that was why I bought it. I don't know. I also feel like maybe I possibly missed another book because I remember buying this. I thought I bought this alongside something else, but maybe I didn't. Maybe the one I bought it alongside was the other classic, which is The House of Mirth by Edith Wharton. I don't know I don't know why I picked this one up. Like, I wanted to read it, but I don't know why I was like, yeah, this month. This is the month I'm going to buy it. It is gorgeous. So there's that. I feel weird now without my hood on. It's cold. Okay, so yes, into some random things. I have a bunch of secondhand. I have Death in Ecstasy by Nero Marsh. I have been reading these Inspector Ellen books in the last couple of months and really enjoying them. This is the next one in the series. Don't think I'm going to read this month because this is the last one in the series that I have. This is only like book 4, so it's not the end of the series, but it's the last one I have, and they're only available secondhand as far as I can tell here in Australia, so I am slowly picking them up, and I will read this one once I have my hands on a copy of book 5 so that I can move on, and that kind of stuff. Okay, I also have A Monstrous Regiment of Women by Laurie R. King. This is the second book in the... I don't actually know what the name of the series is, but it is a Sherlock thing. Anyway, I bought this because Mel loves this series and I had heard her talk about it. And I saw it for $1 and I was like, hey, I would like that, please, and thank you. So, okay, next up I have Circle of Desire by Kerry Arthur. So, I've talked briefly, I think, in a video about these romance events that I'm going to over the next year. Kerry Arthur will be at all 3 of them, I believe, because she is an Aussie author. I found this one for $1 as well. This is the 2nd book in this series. Still haven't gotten the first, and but I will read it, and it was $1 and it's small, so I'll probably borrow book 1 from the library or as an ebook or something like that, and then read this one quite possibly this month, maybe, I don't know, we'll see. And then finally for the secondhand, I bought Pachinko by Min Jin Lee, which is a beefy boy. I honestly was only really interested in this because I've heard that one of the characters has a club foot. I was born with a club foot and thus I must read it. This has been recently made into a mini series, I believe, and it's getting more buzz again. Obviously it was quite buzzed when it first came out. Lots of people were reading it. On the back it says that it was Roxane Gay's favourite book of the year. So I love me some Roxane Gay, so I feel like I'm a little more excited for it. And yes, I kind of have an idea of when I would like to read this. So that's probably not going to be for a few months, but again, it's a beefy boy, so it's going to take me a while. Okay, and then we just have 3 left over. So I have The Tsarina's Daughter by Ellen Alpston. So this is about the Princess Elizabeth, who is the daughter of Peter the Great and Catherine I of Russia. And this is after, so Catherine I dies, and then her daughter is sort of left to, I guess, I don't know. She's left to fight for herself, fend for herself in the Russian court and all that kind of stuff that it brings along with it. So yes, I believe that this author also has a book which is just called Tsarina, which I assume is about Catherine I. Yes, it says it is the 2nd novel of her trilogy on the Romanovs. So, I feel like this isn't a series you'd have to read in order, but maybe I will look up and see if I could get that first one again at the library. And then we're going to end with some fantasy. I have here A Dark and Hollow Star by Ashley Shuttleworth. This is fae, half fae stuff. Cool. You will hopefully see this in a video later this month. And then finally, I have Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb, which is the first book in the Farseer trilogy. I don't know, again, what possessed me to buy this last year. As in, yeah, again, like, why last month? Why last year at this time? I don't know, but I have been kind of avoiding this because I'm scared of whether I'm gonna like it or not. Some people I really trust, like Mel, really like Robin Hobb, So that makes me excited, but I'm also kind of nervous because it's like a booktube darling, isn't it? So, well, maybe not particularly this one, but Robin Hobb. So I don't have the best luck with reading books that the rest of booktube has loved. So we're gonna see how we go with Robin Hobb. Yeah, okay. There we go. That's the end of this month's haul revisit. I hope you're all doing super well. I feel like my stomach is about to rumble because it is lunchtime and I am ready. But I hope you're all doing super well, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.